Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here. Welcome to another TV log, and today we're going to be talking about Season 3. This is the latest season in the hit Prime animated series and follows the ongoing drama of Mark Grayson and his alter ego. This season sees him facing his toughest struggles yet as he continues to balance his real life with life as a superhero. He has to look after and mentor his little brother Oliver as he starts to gain powers of his own. He's navigating new relationships, dealing with betrayals, and trying to keep the planet safe from villains while also trying not to kill anyone. I've really loved the last couple seasons of it. Season 2 admittedly had some questionable aspects to it, like splitting up the show into two parts was kind of a weird choice. I know a lot of people had problems with the animation looking kind of wonky. Personally, I thought it was a bit unfocused and didn't really build up its main villain as well as it probably could have. But the action, the writing, and the character development kept it above water and made me really excited for Season 3. Now, from this moment on, I'm going to issue a spoiler warning, so if you aren't caught up and you don't want anything ruined for you, this is your chance to click off. The short, spoiler-free version is Season 3 is really damn good. It does have a lot of the same issues that Season 2 had, which is kind of annoying, but the rest of the season was just so good that I almost feel inclined to give it a pass. I really like the story this time around. I like how Mark just keeps getting pushed further and further every damn season. He's already still shaken by having killed Angstrom in the previous season and trying not to resort to that again. But with the threats getting tougher and tougher and the stakes getting higher and higher, he kind of just accepts that choices have to be made sometimes. I also like the dynamic between Mark and Oliver when they start training together. First of all, I like how Oliver is this hyperactive, excitable kid who wants to fight bad guys with his brother, and Mark kind of has to rein him in and show him the ropes and also make sure he doesn't take it too far. Which, without giving too much away, he very much does in certain parts. But I like sort of that clashing of ideals where Mark stresses that superheroes don't kill and Oliver says, but then they're just gonna come back and kill anyway. We have to make sure that they can't hurt anyone. The best thing that I can compare it to, probably because I just saw it a couple weeks ago, was Matt Murdock in The Punisher from Daredevil Season 2. It's a hard line to walk, and this season especially, Mark learns very frankly that while he might be, not everyone else is, and sometimes you just have to make the hard calls to protect the people you care about. This season is a bloodbath. Characters get brutally beaten and even murdered in horrifying ways. And it's impressive how, even after 2 seasons of this, the show still finds ways to surprise and excite you. The story is very rough, but it does retain a lot of the heart and humor and great character moments. On top of being really emotionally compelling, the relationship between Oliver and Mark is very sweet and fun. Mark and Eve finally get together after all this time, and they are adorable together. Not to say that Amber was bad necessarily, even though she was a bit rough in the first season, but having Mark date someone who is also a superhero and understands all the responsibilities and the sacrifices that comes with it is really refreshing. There isn't any of that, oh, why do you have to keep secrets from me? Why don't you ever make time for me? Bullshit that we've had to deal with in previous seasons. It's just two people who care deeply for each other, support each other unconditionally, and don't want to see the other get hurt. The story is good and gripping, but like I said before, it does feel like it has a bit of a focus problem. The show is supposed to be building to this war between Viltrum and Earth. The last season had Nolan and Alan the alien getting arrested and hatching some sort of plan. And while we do get a resolution to their arrest, I don't think they were in this season nearly enough. Maybe Seth Rogen and J.K. Simmons were only available for one day, I don't know. I just feel like they should be leaning into that more. Similarly, the whole war thing that happens at the end of the season where Angstrom gathers a bunch of from alternate universes and sends them to go and fuck shit up is amazing, and it was a really good episode, but I don't feel like it was built up as well as it probably could have been. We got maybe a tease at the end of one episode, and obviously we had the little surveillance balls that were monitoring Mark's house, but that's really about it. And who knows, maybe that's all we needed. It definitely gets the job done, but I feel like we should have gotten more of a build, and Angstrom should have been more of a looming threat so that when the war does happen, it feels like a bigger deal. Some of the other villains they have here are pretty solid. Aaron Paul plays this guy Powerplex, whose sister and niece were killed in season 1, and he blames and wants revenge, and he's a nice, you know, tragic character that Mark can face off against. We finally get to meet that other Viltrumite soldier who was referenced at the end of season 2, Conquest, and fuck me, that final fight between him and Mark was fucking vicious, dude. Like I said, the show is intense, but it doesn't skimp out on the lighthearted moments. There are some funny moments within the family, there are some cute scenes with Mark's friends. They do a gag with the title card that was fucking hilarious. It's great that this show can toe that line so well. The animation is what it is. I'd recommend checking out Cartoon Cheese video and Mr. Headcanon's video because they delve into this situation and they talk about the conditions the animators are working under and the time restraints and all of that a lot better and in a lot more detail than I will. And while the animation doesn't look as stiff as season 2, it doesn't quite reach the heights of season 1. It does get good during the action though. There are some great highlights during the fight scenes. Overall, I really don't have that much else to say. I really enjoyed this season of I'm really excited to see where it goes next. I kind of want to start reading the comics so that I can be kept up with it as it's airing. It's definitely not without its flaws, but the story and characters are compelling, the action is intense, the voice acting, holy shit, is some of the best it's been this season. Steven Yeun does great in general, but the fact that he voices all of the alternate and is still able to make them all sound distinct is really impressive. Going forward, I'd like the seasons to be a bit longer, you know, let the story arcs and threads build up so that the payoffs are a bit more satisfying. And for God's sake, give the animators time to work. I'm okay waiting 3 years between seasons if it means the show doesn't look like a PowerPoint presentation. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where the show goes next, and going to my ranking, I would give season 3 of a 4 out of 5. Anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of season 3? Did you love it? Did you hate it? How does it compare to the other seasons? And what are you looking forward to seeing in season 4? Let me know all that stuff down below. I've got more videos coming real soon, but until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on when I'm posting. Follow me on all my social medias. Subscribe to my main channel. Everything you need to know will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.